Now, I wasn't gonna make this video, but something within me was calling for this video. I think it was the fact of noticing that there's really people out here who save lives and look out for the betterment of their community, look out for the betterment of their civilization, their society, but they don't get the respect they deserve and the credit they're given or that they deserve to get. And we all know that anime has a lot of relationships and relations to the actual real world and reality. And I think one of the biggest characters that is faced with that dilemma is Itachi Uchiha, the hero of the Uchiha clan. Now, Itachi Uchiha. Now let's break this down, because Itachi is really a hero not only to the Uchiha clan but also to the entire Hidden Leaf village, and some can argue to the entire Shinobi world in general, because without his sacrifice of the Uchiha clan, then the world wouldn't be the way it is. The Shinobi world wouldn't be the way it is. Because Itachi, at I believe is 13, I could be wrong, I think it was 16. Was he 16 going on 18? He might have been 18. But at that young of an age, to entirely wipe out your entire clan and family for the betterment of your village is actually just, it's astonishing that he was even able to think at that high of a level, to know, like, if I do this is for the betterment of my people. And it's actually astonishing that he was able to even process what was really going on and keep a level head, because in that kind of situation it would be easy to just go numb. If someone tells you, like, listen, in order for our village to stay safe and to move on, you have to kill your entire, not only your entire family, but your entire clan. Everybody who you looked up to growing up, everybody you were raised around, all the kids you went to school with, yeah, you have to kill all of them, murder all of them in cold blood, you by yourself with no one else, and you have to take the blame for it from your ancestors, from your clanmates, and not only the entire village, but the whole Shinobi world knows you did it, and they paint you as a bad guy for doing so. You have to go rogue. You can never step foot in this village again, or else you're looked at as a threat and an enemy, even from the higher ups who told you to do it. And the fact that he didn't go numb and just do it, he still was able to process and calculate his thinking while doing it, because he saved his brother. That's all they asked him to do. Even after that, he still went a step further, and while he was in the Akatsuki, still looked after the village and had the village's best interest at heart, which is actually just, is insane. It's crazy, bro. Itachi will forever be known as a hero without the fame. No one really knew he did this. The only people that knew were Toby. And if you haven't watched all of Naruto, I'm sorry, there's gonna be some spoilers. I mean, the show's been out for years now. Been out since like like 98, 2000 something. But if you haven't finished the show, like, there's gonna be some spoilers in here. But yeah, so like Toby and obviously the third Hokage, and then that was about it. And the higher ups and Danzo, they're the only ones that knew he actually, the reason why he did the things he did, and that he was told to do that. Other than that, everybody else just painted him as a bad guy because they thought he just went rogue and killed his whole entire clan. When in actuality, the reason he did that was in the betterment for the village. And to go a step further, when Sasuke was killed Itachi, or Itachi let Sasuke kill him, however you want to look at it, he even implanted Amaterasu in his eyes, so that when Sasuke took his eyes and looked at Obito or Toby, he would burn him with the Amaterasu flame, so he couldn't hear the actual truth about why Itachi did the things he did. Because he knew if Sasuke found out, Sasuke would hate the Leaf Village and seek revenge against Leaf Village. And Itachi didn't want that. Itachi didn't hold a grudge against the Leaf Village. That whole time he knew what he did for the Leaf Village, and he still wanted to complete that task of holding the Leaf Village down. So that's why he even implanted Amaterasu in his eyes, which is crazy. And he still wanted Naruto. He told Naruto when he was reanimated that you're the only one that could save Sasuke, and you need to do it for the betterment of the village and for the Shinobi world. So the whole time, Itachi, from death, even after death, because he came back to life reanimated, still looking out for the village, and beat Kabuto, because if Kabuto, let's not forget, if Kabuto stayed alive, that whole war was done for. Kabuto had he had an ace game plan that probably only a few people could have even figured out what was going on. Itachi is one of those highly intellectual people that figured out what was going on. Probably the only other people that could have figured that out was maybe Kakashi and maybe Minato reanimated. Maybe Naruto, but not really. Like, the fact that Itachi seen through that as a reanimation was able to reanimate himself, unhook himself from that curse that Kabuto had on him, and pulled up on Kabuto and fucked him up. Come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Killing his whole clan, going to the Akatsuki, joining the Akatsuki, still looking after the village that whole time. Throughout his whole life, he always looked out for the village and the betterment of the village. Itachi is one of those dudes that was a hero and didn't get the respect that he deserved in the Shinobi world, and it's just crazy. He just reminds me. This video, this idea came to my head just thinking about all the heroes that firefighters, you know, good cops, you know what I'm saying, good firefighters, you know, the good-hearted people that actually look out for our genuine health and safety on a day-to-day basis. You know what I mean? Just like anybody, even like the cashier at Walgreens next to you right now, like they're busting their ass working for minimum wage, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes they're even doing it with the biggest smiles on their face, trying to help you get discounts and stuff. These are people that are heroes in our lives, bro. Like, the people that you think that are not a hero, they're a hero. And they just don't get the respect they deserve. So just thinking about that stuff made me think about Itachi, and he lived actually like a very admirable life. A very admirable life. And he's just one of those characters that will always be my favorite character from Naruto, one of my favorite characters in anime in general, and he will always be that way, just because of the amount of strength that it took for him to do what he did, and not even say anything about it, and not even mention it to no one, and even make his own brother hate him, like just so his brother could become strong enough to be able to protect himself and keep the Uchiha name going on. It's just like, just the amount of things that he did leading up to his death and even after his death is just, bro, it's like no other anime character would can even come close to being as heroic as he was. And he just didn't give a fuck. He didn't care about no credit. He didn't want credit. He wanted everyone to hate him. He'd be able to bear all that hatred and still go on and still push forward and still look after your village and your clan and just everybody, man. And it sucks that he had to kill his clan. I know that shit is just ass, bro. That shit sucks. But yeah, man, he's one of my favorite characters. Long live Itachi, man. W Itachi's in the comments, bro.